The identification of lies is critical for a Christian to navigate through life. In fact, the Bible says the devil is the father of lies. There where there is lies, there is evil and a lot of the devil's work. So one of the greatest areas that the devil attacks people on is the family unit. If you can destroy the family unit, you can destroy the nation, you can destroy the world. Morality and cheating is one of the greatest problems with this. And here this guy's interviewed an escort lady, and it's very interesting because many of these stories never come out because obviously the people hiding them do not speak about them. But what's interesting is the escort lady obviously is open about all these things, and watch how she justifies wrong things with lies. This is very important to see and know and to identify in our own lives and others as well.
Welcome back to Offbeat. I'm Tommy McDonald. Today we're talking about when men cheat in relationships. Well, the twist is, I'm asking professional escort Shona River for her take on things. Escorts have a really unique view as they meet with hundreds of married and attached men. So coming up, we're going to tell you just how many men cheat on their partners and why they do it. And Shona is going to tell us what it's like to see a married man at his house while his wife and children are away. And she's also going to tell us how she feels that as an escort, she's actually saving marriages rather than hurting them.
It must be so difficult because you love your wife, you love your kids, you love your home, but there is just something missing. And usually, traditionally, the only person you're supposed to have intimacy from is your wife. But what happens when your wife denies it from you? Then what are you supposed to do? I'm a guardian angel for relationships. I am not trying to take their man. And I think it's very foolish and silly to expect from one person to satisfy all your needs.
Well, obviously we're here to get the biblical answer, not just people's opinion. So if your wife denies you intimacy or your husband, fix it. Don't go and get an escort lady or a relationship with another person.
Yeah, and I think also when you have children, it's so exhausting just raising them and being around them and giving them attention that maybe it's easy to neglect your partner after that. Like, couples should surely talk about that, right? Or not go see an escort, or I don't know, what do you think?
It's a very sensitive topic. I see people have a lot of difficulty to talk about sex. They just never do, and it's like also they don't improve their sex life. You know what? I heard an interesting statistic from some of the TED Talks. The study was saying that when man and woman are in relationship, first, actually, women start to get bored of the man, and it's not the other way around.
Yeah,
so a woman would get bored after around 3 years, and the man would only get bored of his partner after like 7 or 8 years. And I find it really interesting.
Interesting what she says. People in general don't want to talk about the problems with sex or intimacy, but people in general in relationships are quite lazy and negligent. They don't want to talk about much that's the problem in their relationship. So if they have problems, they just try and ignore it till it compounds into this massive bomb. I think people should do effort with their intimacy, improve their intimacy, and just their love and care for each other in general. So if you're not doing that, the answer is not then to go and see an escort to get an outside relationship with a girlfriend or boyfriend. It's actually to put the effort in and fix it.
I think this is not horrible to cheat. Because when I see that sometimes I have a conversation with some clients who are open to talk about their marriage, and I like to do girlfriend experience. So they come back, we talk, how are you? We are catching up on each other's life, and they would tell me, oh, with my family, we went to a ski trip. It was amazing. Oh, and then my wife had a birthday, and I gifted her this and this super nice jewelry. So then I feel like it's not super horrible to look for a companion, because this is the smallest bet they could do. If they would look for somebody else, like a lover, that would be a way bigger threat to their relationship.
Mm.
And I think for man, he can be in love with his wife, and if he provides everything and being caring and nice, but occasionally he would treat himself for 1 or a few hours with a nice companion, and he could go back to the family and act like nothing happened and there is no influence. He would not neglect them in any way. I don't think this is a horrible thing. In a way, I'm a guardian angel for relationships.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Why do you think that?
because the wives do not need to be afraid of me, because I am not trying to take their man, their husband, and they come to me because they need something.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like the relationship is lack of something. So I just give the missing parts, and then most of the times the man is happy to go back and have the family life, have the barbecues on Sundays, and enjoy all the benefits. And I think it's very foolish and silly to expect from one person to satisfy all your needs, right? Because, hear me out,
Yeah.
if I date somebody and he's a big football fan and he would want me to be with him and go to all the matches, horrible, because I think football is so boring. Or alternatively, he would want me to go for fishing with him. And once in a while, like, okay, I can go fishing, but it's not really my interest. And he would drag me all the time to the things I don't enjoy doing.
I see the point you're making, but at the same time, I think when you do marry someone, it's okay to have some of your own interests as well. Like, you don't have to do everything together.
So it's okay to go with your best friend, Danny, to the match, and you can go to fishing with Joe, right? Why not? But if you want to have sex, you cannot go with Shona, right?
Well, yeah, because you have your
That's
wife
not
for that.
allowed. Yeah. Well, what happens when your wife says, no, sorry, I'm not interested? Then what are you supposed to do? Because you love your wife, you love your kids, you love your family life, but there's just something missing. You know what? For me, it's an ultimate respect that somebody doesn't try to fool me, tell me beautiful things, just to sleep with me, and after I would have like no other interest in me, just wants to sleep with me, and that's it. I think it's a respect when somebody contacts me and would say, I would like to spend 3 hours with you and I'm happy to pay your rate.
Can you believe that the definition of someone respecting another person is using an escort lady, and that the clients that use escort ladies or prostitutes are actually people that respect them? You see, often in our own lives and other people's lives, we're trying to justify things. So we try and use good words for actually bad things, and therefore that is a lie.
And he also respects me, that he doesn't try to, tell me a beautiful story how he's super rich and we're going to be together and we're going to start a family and stuff.
Would you allow your partner to see escorts?
No.
Anyone ever cheated on you?
Yes.
How did it feel?
It felt worse that he broke up with me after I slept with him. That he cheated on me before that. It was just the cherry on top. This was my first boyfriend when I was 15. When I was 15, I thought being a virgin is like something special, kind of special, and I need to wait. And I just felt like my whole world collapsed because it was my first special moment. And I dated this guy for 4 months. And then he literally, the next time he met me, he broke up with me.
Oh.
So for me, that was the big crush. Any of my there was one who cheated.
Was that bad for you?
Yeah.